mean, look how much impact he's had on WASD and giving them legitimacy in the EU scene, and now I think they need to do the same thing here in North America.
Ultimate's coming through on all sides of this fight. Dryce finds 2 with the Hexafire. Random Noob did scoop up 1 with his King Bomb. Will fall to Prince Danny in the backline, however. Denial within arm's reach of this conversion with a minute remaining.
Very nice, gored up onto the top, and Dryce content with Ruckus. 7 streak for him. Dragon Punch, that's ready though. That'll take down any kind of streak that you want. He's gonna have to run away, and Aerial Assault Ruckus definitely has the tools to do so. It's 48 seconds now. Bitey trying to start things off with a Warder's Field.
Good snag in. Crescent Arms ready to go here. Fire's gonna let it loose as he knows that Earthen Guard cooldown is expired from Bitey. Takes a lot of damage. Tries to absorb that Fire Spit. He's in a good spot to win this fight right now. Fire has the matchup advantage here, but Stolze is able to squeak away just barely from that fight.
Random Noob running away, knowing that his team needs him, but unfortunate because he can't pick off Stolze. 1 bomb would have done it. Badmint goes in with a Dome Shield really early. Wi-Fi looking to just clean it up and take the damage. It's like 400 DPS in there, and it's not enough to burn through the 10,000 HP from the Ancient Rage.
There's 1 more member left. Dryce now in that total trickle save. Fire's going to try to get down here, maybe throw the hands up from reversal, but he just actually heads back to spawn and is way too late to contest that. Bit of a misplay from Fire.
Just an unfortunate scenario there that they needed, team, I think, connection from Random Noob, and he couldn't be on his own doing his own thing, because if you take down Stolze there, maybe that fight goes a different way. Maybe Wi-Fi and Ancient Rage, much easier to focus on when a dragon's not above you hitting combustible fire spits and salvos all day.
7 streak for Stolze, playing very safe, has a Haven online as well. Way ahead in credits are Denial, and makes Fire's job way harder to be able to take down one of the harder matchups, I think. Not only in terms of players, Stolze being one of the more veteran, but just the adjustment in the playstyles of all Druggos everywhere to be able to help counter Androxus. When somebody has to come to you, you give yourself that element of predictability in a fight. It makes it easier to counter you out.
Swarm here looking like their backs against the wall, but this game means so much to them. They will have the comeback mechanic here, and they don't group up as much to let Stolze get so much value off of 1 combustible fire spit. He's going right for another, doesn't connect on any. Wi-Fi, though, will kill Random Noob TV.
Big hooks from the high ground as well. Seismic Crash could land onto a bunch of members of Swarm in the back line, and it will, giving Denial an easy route to win this fight. Fire up in the air, eats a rocket from Stolze, make it 2 and a double kill for Stolze.
And it's not Fire's fault there. Androxus has too much to do in this fight. They're just playing this so well. They're immediately getting zoned from the combustible. Wi-Fi's creating so much space, and just look at that, putting Random Noob in such a bad spot. That's what they gave up in this draft. And I don't know if it made sense.
They scooped it. Disengage almost gets Dryce off the map as well. Fire takes down Stolze. Missed roll shot here, but a Barrack served up. 50% anti-heal from that blast shot, but a clutch missed roll shot from Danny. The Chronos 1 is actually enough to bail him out.
You think it's the Chronos 1? I think it was the half shell by Wi-Fi there. It's such a good team play as well. Just being aware, hey, Danny missed the shot. Let me just throw that up to help you out. And everything kind of going Denial's way, Nick. They don't seem to be stopped at all. Actually, not even contested whatsoever here. It just never looked like it's been out of their hands.
Grumpy Bomb comes down, eats a big shot. And this is where I think Swarm, they got to look to make their last stand. This is where we saw the ultimates come out last time from Swarm to try and skunk Denial for as long as they can. Here comes the Accursed Arm. Danny goes down. Fire. He's going to be looking for more. 2 for 1 already for Swarm.
But they've got so much to do. Finally picking up Wi-Fi at least will give them a bit of respite. But 1 minute and 27 seconds left. I don't know. I can't help but feel anxious if I'm a fan of Swarm right now. It just doesn't look good. I need to see them take more command of how the pace of this game is going.
They did a better job not overcommitting their ultimates as well. They still have Hexafire and Dread Serpent available. They used King Bomb and Accursed Arm in the previous push, and that was maybe their downfall last time. They had nothing left in the tank. They wiped Denial, but there is so much time left on the clock here. Denial are getting this payload pushed so far, so early, that it requires those type of big ultimate commitments just to stop that momentum from Swarm, and then one more wave of respawn comes through and Denial find the way through.
Oh, and that's already 4v5 right there. Stolze gets 1 kill, Bitey gets another. There's just so much damage coming in, and it's so safe as well. Oh no, shouldn't have run up for that one. Badmint, he's gonna get taken down very quickly. Stolze there. Just punctuating that sentence with an exclamation point. A salvo, fire spit, and Mr. Hayes has nothing left to do but just watch.
Hexafire off the top rope. One's going to pick up 1. Stolze goes down. Convergence comes through. one answer is not enough, as 4 members of Denial still stand strong and push that one through for the win.
So Denial looking at one win here against Swarm. Could be the start of something beautiful. They're already getting it. You know, I could tell the swimwear is already getting packed for them. The tank top, as Nick said.
Do you think Buddy's going to wear his air controller vest out onto the beach?
And I think that's what he might only wear, with maybe a Speedo or something.
Bless.
I can't wait to
nude
see
beach
that.
Is our thing.
Hey, it is. It's true. That's even scarier. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if that would make me like
What's
Bitey
scarier
more
than
or
Bitey's
less.
aggression?
And what's cool is that they have not let their foot off the gas. They have not treated
Yeah.
Swarm as anybody, but they're complete equal, and they have gone as hard as possible, and that's resulted in these decimating wins.
Big stat lines coming through. Clean win, just over 11 minutes for Denial. Put up a good fight, though, if you're Swarm. 7 and 10 for Random Noob, 54,000 damage on the Bomb King. Beat out by Prince Danny and by Stolzy. But that's what I'm saying. Even when they lose, he is, you know, within arm's reach, if not top damage on this Bomb King. So it's a good thing that they don't have to worry about. They put the one trick comments to rest fairly early on. And
yeah,
Swarm, I think they're not going to get too damaged by these types of reputations. They're a newer team. I think they're expecting to take their lumps and continue to grow and progress.
What I think that they made maybe a mistake, maybe looking back at it, they'll say, probably should have drafted. I see what we were going for, but in hindsight,
The Bomb
it's 2020, probably should have maybe taken our Makoa first. I don't think prioritizing Barrick ahead of him really makes sense in this current meta, especially with how well Wi-Fi, how comfortable he is, how well they use that. And I think that was the big pace setter. You know, Makoa is that champion that can just get a hook every few seconds, every 9 seconds, and with Chronos, make it even less, and just set the pace of here's who we're fighting, here's when we're fighting, here's how we're fighting. So valuable.
Fish Market, their last chance to make a stand here for Swarm when we get into the champion draft. Adjustments they could make, maybe getting Drogos. I don't know. Like we said, it doesn't seem like it's that big of an impact for them anymore, but it's not that Random Noob is going to be worse or bad on Bomb King or whatever else he ends up playing, but that he can be just so much more impactful, command so much more attention in a fight, and just create more space for his other teammates to do their jobs.
Yeah, I mean, I know we saw the clip where Inara did get stunned, but most of the time Inara doesn't have to worry as much as a frontliner against what Bomb King is doing with those grumpy bombs, which is often how he's affecting the point and then trying to run around, fight on the outskirts. You know, Drogos is almost best used with that combustible legendary or the Fusillade legendary on that point, hitting that target and really wearing him down. And there's only so much you can take. So Denial started off here with a Ruckus first pick of their own.
And that kind of goes back to why Swarm taken away. Immediate Makoa, Bomb King as well. So now, not only do they not want the Drogos, they want the Bomb King instead. You know, they're not only comfortable with it, but they're prioritizing it now over what was the accusatory one trick for Random Noob.
So the reason I think they're doing this, and it could be a lot of other factors, but from a map perspective, I think Bomb King does a little better than Drogos on Fish Market at getting into the fight and getting out of the fight. Staying on the fray if he wants, traversing space. There's a lot of up a fight and up and over and safety. So if he can do that, he can do that better than Drogos, who has to stay in the sky quite often. And I think that helps to create him vulnerable. They draft the Shaolin as well, which could deal with him quite well.
Bitey's Ruckus isn't afraid to fight Drogos in the sky.
Yeah.
One of the guys that can do that, as well as having the Androxus on their lineup as well. Of course, going to want to stay away from that, but it will be Eevee, so another chance to see Prince Danny's Eevee here. And we're seeing a Cassie, probably for Fire. Dryce, I would think, would go Shaolin, but just a more heavy impact, high damage lineup from this Swarm roster.
And Drogos left off the table, not needed. And personally, I think that that's okay. Eevee brings a different type of AoE damage presence, but it is just as dangerous, if not more, in the right hands over the course of a game. And that's what they're going to be trying to show us here. Denial Esports staring a chance at Valencia in the face with a win here. Swarm staring a chance at redemption, pushing this to maybe another game and trying to make sure that they can stay in this contention after all. Aerial Assault Ruckus for Denials. Bitey, it will be Mother's Grace Inara for Wi-Fi Reprieve, Eevee for Prince Danny TV, Ripen Gory Maldamba for Orion, Godslayer Androxus for Stolzy. Bringing it back.
Mr. Hayes has selected Mortal Reach. Random Noob TV will be on Accelerant. Bomb King Fire will be on Exaction Cassie. Dryce with a recurve Shaolin, and Badmit with half shell Makoa. 2 Cots, a Wrecker, a Chronos, a morale boost for the guys of Swarm. 3 Cauterizes for Denial Esports. Wi-Fi going to be the first at the point.
That's right, and we both, you know, commented and acknowledged on that. Right to the point, just use the wall instead of the earthen guard. So two ways Inara can really mitigate the impact of that Grumpy Bomb. Now goes into it for the extra defense, the increased healing as well, and this is looking good for Bitey. They've just got all the pressure right now again.
60% already, and first blood going their way. Second blood as well. Danny will fall. But 78, north of 80% on the point already. There's just no answer from Swarm.
There's so much aggressiveness, so much pace being set by Bitey on the Ruckus and by Danny as he's playing this Eevee that it clears out the objective. Wi-Fi stands strong, and that is just Random Noob TV picking up a consolation prize after Denial get the first point.
Tried to bail him out with a wall. So Denial take a risk there. Fighting from the point is always a risky maneuver as you're limiting yourself to how you can position your whole team, or you're choosing to fight a man down, leaving one on the point. The risk pays off there, but Swarm, I think, need to do a little bit better at making that quick decision there. You can't drag your feet. When you see a team has chosen to fight that way and limit themselves, you cannot drag your feet, or else, because every single second you are losing capture point progress, and they lost 60% really before even any kills came through.
That's absolutely true. And now, as they get healed up in the Gourd and Cauterize is not powerful enough, this has been a strategy of Denial and Team Cryptic. Win big and win early before those items can start to mitigate your draft. All of a sudden, Shaolin with Planet, though, he's going to mitigate anything Ruckus can do to mitigate that. And he changes the pace real quick here.
That's one way to do it. Waiting for that Earthen Guard to fall off before the Impaler stun comes through.
What a
Nicely
fast ult.
executed kill for Dryce. Heat Haze used in that engagement, but not much else.
He can charge it up so fast, so much damage, 1,000 per hit from Shaolin. I don't think we realize this because we don't see him on the competitive scene very much right now, but he charges his ult almost faster than anybody when he is connecting in a fight.
King Bomb's ready. Denial making their approach once more. Two from the left side here. Now making it one. Just Stolzy on Androx as the other four members of the Wolf Pack moving over to the right. Looking for some type of angle, and this is the most difficult part of Fish Market to break. And Nara, so much innate tankiness. Wall goes up, just looking for some angle.
Oh, great stuff there. What a convergence. All 2, 3 maybe will go down, but no. Fire here trying to finish off Bitey, who's put up a last stand fight. Stolzy grabs one kill onto Mr. Hayes, and Danny still in the back line, gonna reprieve, heal up just a little bit, and Random Noob TV will actually catch him before he's able to stay safe. So great plays there by Swarm to really stall this defense.
And that's what I'm talking about. Mr. Hayes is quickly separating himself as a top support player, hitting big ultimates when his team needs him to, and there's plenty left in the tank for Denial Esports to get this one pushed through. So Swarm, can they do it again with just a King Bomb?
Eevee in the back line there. Oh, so much nice pressure coming out from the Dread Serpent, and now will the Ice Storm come through? It will. It's going to cement their place. They're not really caught in it. Makoa gets in there at the last second, but Random Noob TV, as a result of that, uses the Poppy Bomb and falls to Stolzy in the air.
Overtime still taking through. Mr. Hayes now going to be under some pressure. Needs to probably shadow travel in here to contest. He will for the time being, but he can't keep this up for much longer.
Absolutely not. Mr. Hayes will fall, though the last and desperate effort of a team under the gun. Swarm not able to put it together yet again, have not won themselves a point in this match, and staring defeat in the next round if they don't change things quickly.
Just able to get a couple level 2 offensive items online. Dryce actually opts for Resilience 2 over Wrecker 1, or Wrecker 2, excuse me, because it's so valuable for him to stay alive. In that last round, when he gets initiated on, whether it's from the Dread Serpent or the Seismic Crash, he just needs to pop out as soon as possible. He's the squishiest member of this team at just 2,000 HP on his Shaolin, and if he's locked down, he's going to go down the fastest. He's going to be one of the primary targets, as he is one of the most lethal champions on the Swarm lineup right now. But just being able to withdraw sooner, get the Heat Haze off sooner. He has the tools to stay alive. He just needs to be able to get off and use them.
75% for his ultimate. As we mentioned, Shaolin, he's going to be a big player in this fight. Can he get an impel? Can he get a clutch ultimate to change things around? Hasn't found a lot of damage yet. Only 3% have progressed, and so playing defensive is Swarm to start it off. And here's a Hexafire. Nothing defensive about this.
Now burning through that 10,000 HP, but it takes the entire duration, so Bitey gets value for it. Badmin's going to go down without finding anyone here. One more advance through the sky to take down Random Noob TV, who maybe thought he was safe.
There's something about the way Bitey aerial advances into the sky that is just so beautiful. It's so clinical. He had to reload there, but hits the advance mid-air, going forward to just create the space, keep Random Noob TV in his sights and then finish the reload and find the kill. Lovely play there by Bitey.
Around the corner with Godslayer. Stolze can't find anything. A cursed arm will come through just to follow up. Takes down Random Noob as he's rolling into the point.
Huge impact play by Stolze. No follow-up on the stun, which is oftentimes the most deadly part. And that's a great convergence. It will not find anything. Orion Bitey with 2 kills of his own will clean up the rest. And Denial Esports are 1 point away from going to Spain.
Trying to juke off some of the Shaolin damage on a 12 streak. Bitey getting healed up. Prince Danny in a bad spot. Gets picked out of the sky by Dryce. Nice play from Swarm.
Big time shot there. He's needing to have not only a heat haze, but I don't know, something a little bit stronger than that. He's going to have to change the impact and heat things up for Swarm. We're looking desperate and more desperate as the minutes continue. 12 streak for Bitey as well, and he is just still on a rampage with this ruckus.
1,300 credits in hand, so even if they go down here, and this is what we see a lot of times, right? They come out with a lot of momentum. Swarm have all their ultimates because they didn't use much. Dread Serpent does come out. Denial are looking to put this away early, going for the throat.
They want a Hexafire if they can. It's not charged up yet, but they look to counter off of the Dread Serpent. Will it be enough? No. Random Noob TV takes 2. Dryce takes 2 as well. Fantastic play, and Random Noob TV cleaning up another one is going to almost look like a full deicide on the side of Denial. Yet they still have 1 minute and 24 seconds to defend.
And they do it without ultimates, and it's funny to say, but it helps and hurts Swarm in a way. Lose that fight, you lose the game. Win that fight, you send Denial back with over 1,000 credits in hand, and they come back with a ton more items just to make this next fight even more easy. They still have Hexafire, Seismic Crash, and Ice Storm, whereas Swarm are sitting on absolutely nothing.
There's no zone at all. They're scared. They're timid. They know that everything's on the line. They're playing like a team who's nervous. Wardoom, Cuscuty, those guys, they'd be out in front. They'd be halfway to Denial's side at this point, just pressuring them, dismounting them. None of that has happened here, but a great impale by Dryce. Gets out of it just in time.
Ice Storm, always a threat here from the back line. Comes out on top of Saris. Needs to take her out. Has to force into an early ice block. Random Noob has already fallen.
Like the safe play, though, by Danny. He's going to stay alive. Stolze and Bitey get 2 of their own. This is looking bad. This is what you said. Bitey said he gets a free capture at this point. They've just got to play it right. And so far they have. Wi-Fi with the big kill. Denial Esports will find themselves suntan lotioned up, tank topped, and speedoed in Spain as a result of qualifying, and now we don't know, 2nd or 1st, depending on next weekend.
Yep, so they still have one more matchup against Team Cryptic. Let's head to the scoreboard for this game and take a look at Swarm as they exit stage left here. Denial with a quick 2-0. A lot of quick games today.
Yeah.
It's that'll happen, though.
Under an hour and a half.
Still seeds to be clinched here. Cryptic not letting off the gas, and this is the 1 seed versus all of the lower seeds, basically. It's 3 and 4 versus 1 and 2 throughout the day. So this is going to be one of our faster days of competition here in Denial, making it look easy.
Absolutely making it look easy. Let's take a look at the standings going into
Random Noob top damage though on his Bomb King while losing. That's like his his #1 stat.
Holding his
When I lose on Bomb King, I'm always top damage.
That sounds like something you would like to say, you know? I mean, I know guys that actually I would play with, and no matter what, they always got top damage. I said, how do you do that? I've never been that guy. But, you know, you strike me as a similar kind of fashion. Random Noob TV clearly has that accolade. No matter how well his team does, he's definitely put himself alongside Mr. Hayes and some maybe wanted territory for some teams as they look into the next set of qualifiers after Spain to maybe get picked up, maybe grab some new things. We'll see what changes happen. But this is how it stands as of now.
4-0 for Cryptic, 4-1 for Denial. Swarm with still 2 games left to play, sitting at 1 and 3. Have not really a chance left anymore. Dare Rising 0 and 5. No hope for them. Swarm still, I think they have two matchups left, so they could end 3 and 3. But Cryptic and Denial sitting out in front. They're going to battle for seeding next weekend.
It's going to be an exciting week coming up, and of course this is all leading to Spain. These teams are gathering from around the world in Europe, North America, Australia, even down south, trying to find out who's the best, and they'll all compete in July's DreamHack in Valencia. It'll be the 13th, 14th, and 15th, I believe. And if you want then like this esports action, make sure you tune in with us next week to keep up with the story. And of course, all the way then in July, where we'll be in a totally different place. You might see one of these guys speedoed up. I don't know who's going to run behind us. It's going to be an open venue. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. And a great trip for all of us here. So thank you so much for watching.